Well, greetings, YouTube model people. How's it going? Okay, coming at you here with an intro video to my 2022 Cancer Awareness Group Build, hosted by Bob Bootsking. And right off the bat, Bob, can't thank you enough for hosting this group build again this year, this all-important group build. I think it's safe to say that this is one of the more important builds that we all participate in on an annual basis. As we've said many times, everybody pretty much who walks on this planet Earth has been touched by cancer in some way, whether it was yourself, your family member, a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, whatever have you. It has touched you in some way. So it's very important to keep this going and the awareness going. And with that, I'm going to show you here what the kit is that I'm going to build. I'm going to build this small scale. I think this is a 1/32 scale. Yes, 1/32 scale. Fiend, the Fiend. I guess that's how you say that. I'm probably messing that up. Funny car. And this is a fairly new release or a repop. It's a Tom Daniel kit, and Atlantis put this out. It's a very simple kit, very, very simple. Although it's pretty cool. It's got water slide decals and all that good stuff. So it is a neat kit, just not a lot of parts to it. So you can really, it's billed as being a snap type, but you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to definitely glue this kit. So the color scheme is going to be very simple and represent what I've done in the past, which is I'm going with a lime green for the main body of the car, which will represent lymphoma. I'm going to be using a metallic green. Basically, it's the Tamiya Lime Ice, I believe it's called, rattle can color, which is a little different and unique because most funny cars I don't think are metallic, but I thought I'd do something a little different with it, and it kind of matches some of the other cancer builds I've done with a metallic lime green. And then somewhere on the model, I don't know where just yet, will be lavender, basically a very pale purple. And lavender basically represents all cancers. The lymphoma represents my aunt who had lymphoma and is currently cleared of it and has been for many years. She gets checked twice a year, scans and such, just to make sure everything's okay. And fortunately, everything's fine. But her brother, my father, died from lymphoma. He had basically non-Hodgkin's immunoblastic T-cell lymphoma. Always hard to get that out. It was a rare aggressive form of lymphoma, and yeah, he had it for a little less than 2 years, and he basically lost his battle with it. So, and just to expand on that a little, because again, I think of the awareness, this cancer awareness is about education about cancer. Let's share about how you became aware of it. What did you do? What types of therapies and treatments and all that kind of stuff, because I think that's a very key thing. And really adds value as everybody looks at these videos. So if you can do that and don't mind sharing, I'm going to share you my father's story very briefly. Well, how it all started with him is he noticed a rash on his arm. So he really didn't think much of it because he's in the working in the yard all the time. He's had a vegetable garden for many, many years, most of his life really. Works in, doing all kinds of, trimming the lawn and moving bushes around, replanting things. So for him to have a rash on his arm is not unusual. But he went to the doctor and he happened to ask him about the rash. He says, I can't really tell you what that is. You need to go to a dermatologist. So my father went to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist said, this is not an external issue. This is an internal problem causing this rash. So just coincidentally at that time, or just shortly after that dermatologist visit, he noticed he had an enlarged lymph node in his neck. So he went to a ENT specialist, and that's where they basically took a biopsy, and that's how he was diagnosed with lymphoma. So that was basically how it went for him. His first set of treatments was a series of chemo. It wasn't working. Lymphoma was keep coming back, which it typically does. It's a very, kind of, I guess you could say, famous for returning. So they, at the end there, they basically decided to try immunotherapies to try to see how that would help, and that didn't help, and that was that. So that's it, folks. Yeah, I'm going to get going on this build pretty soon, probably within a week. Just trying to get other builds kind of to the finish line, so to speak, before this one gets really cracking. So plus I have to get the paint anyway. I have to order some paint for this project. But do stay tuned, and we will be posting up a video or an update hopefully within about a week. Okay, cheers.